This is Sabine Matharu, and we're back with another episode of the Reach for Greatness podcast, webinar, I guess it's called. With Reach for Greatness is a site where we help inspire and promote startup businesses and also established businesses. And today I'm here with my friend Gemma Regalado, who is a website consultant, and she's just absolutely amazing. She's just another podcast that is talking about how to get your first website in place. So if you haven't checked that out yet, make sure you go and have a look. It is just given me some great inspiration, and Gemma's agreed to come on the air again and talk about creating websites and web pages that really convert. So I'll be really interested to hear from you now, Gemma.
Thank you very much. What an intro.
Maybe too long.
So I think when it comes to websites and web pages in particular that really convert, you really need to get quite granular with what you're actually doing. So there are kind of three main areas that I will talk about here. The first one will be the action, the second one will be the reason, and the third one is actually the look, the kind of the design of the page itself. So initially what you want to make happen is to have a reason for the page existing. So what do you want people to actually do on that page? Now this could be buying something if it's a sales page, for example. It could be signing up if it's a sign up page, for example. And you just need to make that action very clear. It just needs to be the clearest thing, like loud and clear, but there also needs to be a reason why that person should do that. So here's where you can start to do things which are maybe more kind of psychological. You can actually talk to that person. You'll have a clear idea, when you've built your website, you have a clear idea of who you're actually serving. So you'll need to make sure that you're thinking as that particular person. Who are they? What are they doing? Why have they come onto this particular page? What are you trying to solve? Or what are you trying to give them that is going to help them and serve them best? That's the key. So what are you doing? So if it's, for example, signing up, is there some reason why they should sign up? People don't want newsletters. There's a great, I don't know if you've seen the Middle Finger Project with Ash Ambage, but she has loads of great posts on why people don't want newsletters. And I love her. I think her work's amazing. People don't want more stuff in their inbox. Yeah. They don't want more stuff clogging up their minds. They don't want more. They want the one thing that's going to help them. Yeah. So what is that? Whether it be a course, whether it be some sort of training, whether it be a simple cheat sheet, whether it be a blog post that's really useful and really juicy and has lots of information that they can apply directly right now to change to get to where they want to go. They need to have a reason. So lots of people you'll see on websites when they have like sign up forms, for example, they have steal this cheat sheet or sign up for this 5-day training. I've had 5-day training on my website before, but I find that after a while, unless it's small, and it needs to be small, when someone's signing up for a freebie, otherwise they just won't use it. It gets to a point where it just gets a bit boring for people. They want immediate stuff that they can
something that they can consume very quickly, like a 5-step, even just a 1-pager.
Exactly that. So if you're talking about a sign-up page, for example, like home pages often have sign-up forms on them. So give them a reason why you would do that. Give them a reason to sign up. So sign up here and get a free cheat sheet. Something that's consumable, very easily consumable, and will make changes, but will also let them know who you are and how you work. If you're going for more of a kind of sales page type thing, it's a bit more in depth, especially because, of course, with sales pages, you're often selling something that is of high value, that's of a lot higher value than something you're giving away for free. So especially if you're doing high-end coaching courses, £500, £1,000, £1,500, more than that even, then at that point, you've really got to give them lots of very good, strong reasons, and give those reasons quite clearly, maybe not just once, but a few times over in different digestible formats. So that's often why sales pages, especially for higher ticket things, are quite long. So you need to make sure that you're kind of taking all that information that you've got, and you're giving them reasons to sign up, or to sign up for your program.
Yeah, and answer all their questions.
Okay.
Yeah, in the process. And I think sometimes also it's not the first time when they land on your sales page that they will actually buy. It's probably they land, they download your cheat sheet, then they actually go into your newsletter. I don't really want to call it as a newsletter because it sounds really boring. But you know, you can do connect with them and then send them valuable information, and not just sales stuff over time, but then at some point they will come across your link again and say, oh, there's a course attached to this. You know, Gemma's always provided fantastic blog posts already. What is she doing now? What is she offering? I'd like to go and see that.
Yeah, for sure. That's exactly it. You need to make sure that what you're giving to people, the reason that they're going to be signing up, is obviously worthwhile to them. So you just need to tailor that, whether it's just a sign up, or whether it's a sales page, or whether you're on a blog post and what you want people to do is go to a different blog post. If you want things to convert, you need to understand what that conversion is, so what you actually want people to do, whether it's click on a different link, or whether it's sign up, or whether it's buy. You know, you just need to know what that is and what the reason that you're giving them to do that is. So finally, you then need to think about how it's going to look. Now, like I've said on a number of different occasions, it needs to be simple. So honestly, there's a lot of people who say, I'm not really good with design. I call bullshit, because everybody's good with design. You know, if you see something that you like, you're good with design because you understand how why it looks good to you. All you need to do is, instead of comparing yourself with people who've probably paid thousands and thousands of pounds or dollars or whatever it was to get a website that looks amazing, you could just kind of need to think, how can I make this as simple as possible and make the action that I want people to take as clear as possible? So whether that's a nice big pink button on a plain white page with black writing, you just need to make it that like visually appealing, but it doesn't need to be crazy designs or hiring website designers at thousands of pounds a time. It doesn't need to be that. It just needs to be simple. It needs to give them the understanding of that what you're talking about. It needs to answer all their questions that they might have, and it just needs to be clear that you're taking the time to actually sign up or buy or click on a different link, so that you're guiding people through that page.
So would you say then, Gemma, then have as little distractions on that page as possible, like do not have any other banners or things flashing?
Yeah, so I've got a big thing with a lot of websites at the moment where people are putting adverts on them, and people are, they're like, yeah, but I make money from this. I get that you might make money from this, but essentially what you're making money from is people clicking on these adverts and going somewhere else. So that doesn't necessarily help you. All you're doing is you're being paid very minimal amount of money for somebody to not buy on your site, but to go somewhere else and do that. Anything that is not related to the action that you want people to take is a distraction. So you need to be very clear, which is why sales pages often don't have headers. They don't have ways that you can kind of click back, because people want you to focus on why you're there in the first place. We've talked before in our other podcast about how it's so overwhelming now. The web is overwhelming. Life is overwhelming. We don't need extra things to overwhelm us with, like, oh, but check this out, oh, it's shiny and it's magic over here, and oh, what about this? You want people to actually focus on why they are there in the first place. So you just need to make sure that everything on the page has a reason for being there, and that's it.
Wow,
that is the easiest way to make pages.
Wow, that sounds amazing, Gemma. Thank you very much for those hints and tips. And I'm sure people want to maybe have a look at what you do. Where can they find you on the web?
Yep, my website is gemmaregalado.com. That's Gemma with a G and Regalado, regalado.com. Come on over, and you can also find me on Facebook as well.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Gemma.